What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm back at it again, and I'm back for the win. um, I've been doing videos, and I'm just on a roll, thinking about topics. I've been coming up with some good topics, so I want to do another video while I'm thinking about it because I can almost never think about good topics to do, and for some reason, I've been getting a couple good topics or ideas that I've been thinking about, and I've thought about doing them before. I was just too busy at the time, and right now I got a lot of downtime, so I wanted to talk about this topic here. Why I wouldn't want to be a passport bro. Why I would never leave America to go live in some of these foreign countries. I've thought about it. Like, I know I've been kind of desperate for and lonely like these guys, I guess. I've thought about doing it because I haven't had a good relationship with a woman in a long time, and partly because of my fault and my social status. That's a big part of it. Not having a nice house and the money to provide. A woman appreciates that. You have to be a provider to have a relationship, and nowadays people are struggling more than ever. So that is a big problem with people, coming together. If everybody's struggling, or a big majority of America is struggling to get by, then how do we have time to date and all that stuff? So we're just so busy trying to get by. We're so busy working. We can't even, get the social status to provide or to attract women. So that's a big problem. This lighting is kind of messed up. I don't know if I should be doing it like that or not, but yeah. So social status plays a big role in that, and I think men are feeling cheated, and they're more lonely than ever, and they're willing to do whatever it takes. They save up a bunch of money and try to move to another country where it's easy to get a wife or to get a girl because you're American and you have money. But to me, it's kind of shallow. It leaves something missing. And you are never going to be accepted fully in another culture, in another country. You're going to be hated in a way, I think. If you come there to use a woman or manipulate, and they're manipulating you too, so you're manipulating each other. It doesn't make for a good relationship. It's dangerous too to go to these countries. You can see how a lot of guys have went there and only got used and attacked and robbed and stuff. So it's not really worth it to go travel 1,000 or 5,000 miles away to a country where you could be robbed and done wrong and looked at as indifferent, as an outsider your whole life. Even if you find somewhat acceptance, you're still looked at like, the thumb that sticks out. Like, so I can see how men are desperate to get with the woman, would make them want to do that, to go to where it's easy to get a woman, to get married, to have a wife that submits, because women here are a little more independent, demanding, and not as grateful, and can destroy your life by taking all your stuff and divorcing you. And men get kind of cheated in that sense. Like, they'll take the kids, they'll take all your money, all the stuff you worked for, and you still have to suck it up and take the loss. So marriage is being looked at as not a good thing anymore. Almost used to be kind of balanced, because you could provide more. The dollar went farther, and women didn't work as much at one time. You made your money went farther. I think they looked up to men more. They had more social status. We had more power. But now that the power dynamic has kind of shifted, women are on an equal plane, and they don't want to get with a man that is lower class than them, or lower in the social hierarchy. They look down on us now. Like, it's funny, it wasn't too long ago that they were below us on the social ladder, but social status. And I'm not saying it's wrong for women to be independent and to have social status, but men will hook up with women that are on a lower social status, or a lower position in life. You know, they'll hook up with the waitress, and even if they make tons of money, they won't look down on them, they won't judge them, but women will. So it's kind of like a weird predicament we're in right now with social status, and also the combination of the cost of living is causing problems. So we're so busy working, surviving. How could you focus on being with somebody and starting a family? I mean, if you both are good providers, you could probably meet somewhere in the middle and do that. But it seems like men and women are having more harder time getting along because of all the things that are going on, struggling, how hard it is to get by. We're being misunderstood more and more. I think part of it is social media, and I think part of it is social media and the way they construe things and make things sound like women can do anything, or can have anything, or like anybody can have anything, and they hype a lot of things. So people have become delusional in their ways of relationships with men. Like, I've seen more and more women only want to have relationships that they can sleep with multiple men. So that's funny, because ethical non-monogamy is becoming more popular, and it's breaking down the marriage, how would you say, the marriage construct. Marriage construct is not looked at as the same. People want to, but they're getting married, but they're still sleeping with other people. So it's ethical non-monogamy. So they're married, but they want to sleep with other people. And it's funny how people want to do that, because most people want to be with somebody. I think naturally you want to be with a woman or a man that, and have that relationship for a long time, have a good, healthy relationship with somebody. hard to find that chemistry with that person that you can be with like that. So I can't say that I haven't wanted to sleep with different women, but I think I could also be happy in just one relationship with a woman. I don't need to go out and get the cheap thrill of sleeping around. I don't think that should be that important. I think it's kind of frivolous. It's like a cheap thrill, but a lot of people do it. A lot of people are trying to move towards that. Like there's no boundaries in the way they can be married and have sexual relations with other people. But I think that's not a natural way of being, and that there's going to be repercussions for that because it's not healthy for your relationship. You should only be with one person. Because people are emotional and they will be hurt by that. They might play it off, but it's hurtful to a person that's with somebody. I think naturally, if you're with somebody, you're going to be jealous if they're with somebody else and they're happier with that person. So I think it's not good. But if you want to live that life, you shouldn't be married. If you want to sleep around, you shouldn't be married. You shouldn't be trying to have one relationship and then have your cake and eat it too. Because it's wrong to that person you're with, I think. If it doesn't have any value, then it robs it of its value and its meaning. It's important to have, if you're gonna be with somebody, be with them. But if you're being with everybody, you're robbing it of its purity and its specialness. It's I can't say it's that wrong, but I feel like it's kind of wrong. It's kind of bad. I think it's not good, not healthy to be like that. If you want to sleep around with people, you can sleep around with people. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be married to somebody and let them sleep around with other people. I don't feel like that. That's a good thing for anybody. But passport bros don't be a passport bro. Don't go to another country like that, like the Philippines or Colombia, to just get with a wife. I couldn't do it. I would feel at a place. I would feel like the outsider, and I would feel like I would feel uncomfortable the whole time I was there. Even if I was with a woman that I loved and cherished and was not perfect for me, it was great for me, I would still feel uncomfortable. I'm in another country, in another culture that I'm not naturally from. And it can be a dangerous country. So even if I was in the nicest parts, it doesn't matter. You would not ever fit in. Now, if they came here to live with you, maybe that's different. Because in America, it's like a melting pot of people. You could go there, find your wife, and move back here. It might be all right. It might work. But to go to another country to stay probably wouldn't work for me. I know that. I would go there to find a wife and come back maybe. But I would try to get to know her really good before anything serious. Somehow. I don't even know if that's a possible thing, but that's a big problem. But I can see how men are desperate. I've been single for a long time. If I had the money to go do it, I wouldn't do it. I'd find a woman here probably somehow find a woman here. So I know I could probably find a decent woman here, just a woman just as good in that country. I wouldn't have to go 5,000, 10,000 miles. I could go right here somewhere and find a better woman, probably, because American women are at least kind of confident, ambitious, independent, have good sense of humor, and will help you. Even though there's a lot of bad women, there's still a lot of good women. You just have to find them. You just have to find the woman that's right for you. So I've seen a lot of guys do this. They go to other countries and they get suckered out of all their money. Wow. They end up broke in another country. You might as well do that here. You don't have to go to another country to do that. You could do that here, bro. And you could find women from other countries here. But I would like a Western woman, because she is more culturally familiar to you. I think that's a big thing. Like having someone familiar to your way of living, and more accepting and more open-minded. I would probably go, the only place I would go would be Europe, the more Americanized, more westernized countries to get with a woman. I would never go to a third world country, or places that are undeveloped like that, to get a woman, because you're just two different sides of the spectrum, bro. You're two different sides of the spectrum. You should not be getting with somebody that isn't kind of like you in a way, that didn't come from some of the same things you come from. I would go to Europe and find a woman. I would go live in Europe too, probably, because it's more westernized. It's more accepting of Americans. You could go there, probably blend in. There's a lot of people from everywhere there. You've been in a lot better. You don't want to go to a place you stick out like a sore thumb. So, you'd be more accepted there. Have more chemistry with women. Probably you speak the language better. English-speaking countries are important, bro. That's gonna be one of the most important things. But I would only go there to visit for a few months to find a woman, and then maybe move there if it's European country, or move back here with her. But America's kind of messed up too. I might consider moving to a European country, because it could be better at some of those European countries. It could be a lot better. But you have to find work in those countries, and you can get married and then move there. So that's an option. That's a pretty cool option too, to be able to move to another country. But if you don't get married, you're gonna have to find a job and then try to get a work visa to move there. So it's interesting how that works. But I was thinking about that, like getting a passport. I have a passport, but I would never move far away to an unfamiliar place to live and try to find a woman. It's just too extreme. It's like too extreme. Way too extreme, bro. It doesn't have to be that hard. I think men are making it harder than it has to be. And I think it's harder to meet women too, but you have to improve your social status to get a good woman too. So that's what I've been working on mostly, to improve my social status and my attraction, my physical attraction. those are the biggest things holding most of these men back. They won't work on their physical attraction and their social status and attract the women they really need. The woman they can be happy with. And they don't know about, I think another big factor is they don't know about chemistry and how you get along better with certain types of women because they don't know how to open up and talk to women or what women are better for them and their personality type. So that's another big factor. I think that's one of the biggest factors is finding out about your personality and finding the woman or those compatible type of personalities that you should try to be with. I mean, it's not romantic compatibility, it's more about interaction style and common values and beliefs too is a big factor. There's a bunch of things that work into meeting women and having chemistry, but I think those are the most important things. So I've just been working too much on myself this past few years. I've had opportunities to get with women and I've just passed it up because I'm more goal oriented. I think when I probably should try to open up, but I just haven't met women that I'm really interested in. I struggle with a lot of hedonism and bad habits too still, so it's kind of held me back. I struggle with introvertedness and opening up. It's just been harder for me to meet a woman that I'm interested in. I don't know why. I'm looking for something. It's hard to find, but I know there's women out there I would like to be with. It's just I've been so busy working, so busy trying to get by and struggle to get by. And it's just hard to meet women and date. I went on dates and stuff, and I've met women, and I've had women act interested and I could have hooked up with, but I didn't want to get in a relationship. I don't know. I don't like being tied down. I enjoy my freedom. I enjoy being with the woman. I just want to go and I want to try to achieve some goals that I have, and these goals have taken all my time and all. It's turned out to be a longer process than I thought it would be. I want to get that social status. I want to get that spot. I want to get to that spot where I'm sitting comfortably with a nice place and a nice car, And it shouldn't be that hard. It's been pretty hard. It's been a long process because I made a couple wrong choices. I made a couple bad choices, and I made a couple mistakes. But it's like hindsight is 20/20. It is what it is. So I think in another year or so, I might be where I need to be. I've had a bunch of problems and it's not been easy. I haven't had that much help. I haven't had that much luck. It's been kind of rough, but that's how it goes, Sometimes I guess it's gonna be rough. I don't. Things would have went the way I wanted to, I'd be sitting real lovely right about now. I had like a year or two delay on the process of getting to where I really want to be. So it's like, oh man, it feels like a long time was wasted. Not wasted, it was just, I've been held back trying to break free to get that social status I want to get. It ain't even really for the woman, it's for me now. It's like I want to do it. I just want to achieve a couple nice things because it just seems like I'm doing it to prove a point. Like, you can't stop me now. I already got a couple good things happening. It feels like it could happen now. So I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know if I can meet the woman. I can meet women now. I'm just on this grind, and I don't know if it's gonna happen. But I would like to meet some nice women. It's just hard to. It's just really hard to now. But that's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.